Meet Takashi Kayama, a delinquent that's been put in a delinquent school called Cromartie High School. I'm Mr. Anime, and boy, do I have a show for you. So last night I was exposed to all 26 episodes, well not technically last night, through a couple nights I was exposed to all 26 episodes of Cromartie High School, which ran in Japan from 2003 to 2004. I don't know why you have to know that, but since this is another random anime, I might as well call today a random review. So if things randomly pop up, don't blame me. Takashi Kamiyama, which was transferred to Cromartie High School, a delinquent school, which is subsequently surrounded by lots of delinquent schools in Tokyo, all competing for, well, the title of the badass delinquent school. Yes, there's some very strange things in this anime. For instance, Takeuchi, along with himself in Cromartie, he's got a couple of classmates, like a robot named Mikazawa. Also, a mysterious pop singer named Freddy, and a gorilla, which is also very good at making sushi. Sadly, you don't find this out until the last DVD. Yotaka Takenouchi is the leader of Cromartie High's first years. They just say Crow High. There's a problem though. As badass as he is, he's susceptible to motion sickness. So whenever the class takes a field trip on a train or a plane, he gets very sick and usually faints. Bass High, one of the competing schools with Crow High, you don't hear out of them as much as it might be comical to do. I mean, you hear quite a bit out of these guys. They always kidnap members from Cromartie High School, and then Cromartie High School people don't go to save them. They just goof around, and subsequently, nothing happens out of the ordeal. There's also Destroyed High School, and this is the high school that actually kind of does something throughout the series. They have a comical black leader with an afro named Noboru Yamaguchi. The funny thing about him is not only does he look ridiculous, but he seems like a serious man. So whenever the group meets, no one ever cracks a joke because they think that he hates comedy. Because when everyone ever laughs, he punches them in the face. So they're always like, he must hate comedy. But it's completely opposite of that. Noboru loves comedy. He wants to be a comedian when he grows up. In fact, he even mails comedy postcards to local radio stations for them to be read. He also spends his time watching comedy TV shows on local television, and he always has his strong opinion on what's funny and what's not. For instance, there's a hilarious show, well, it's supposed to be hilarious, named Putan. It's about a guy that dresses in a pink, fluffy suit and another guy that dresses in a white, fluffy suit, and they live in what looks like an attic. And all they do is really talk about everyday things. It's a random anime. Now, the anime XL Saga, which I reviewed a little while ago, a couple episodes ago, changed its genre, well, every episode. Koshi Rikto always made the genre different. Well, Cromartie High School, which is also a parody of its own, just like XL Saga, only not quite as direct as XL Saga was, since the genre changed directly to parody a genre every episode. But Crow High kind of takes a little different approach. The humor seems intelligent, but only to a level. So I can look at it in some perspectives and say, this is not smart humor at all, but then I can turn around and say, wow, this is genius humor. This is hilarious. Cromartie High School is one of my personal favorite animes when it comes to randomness, and this is really something that you might want to watch if you're in the laughing mood. Now, as much as it bugs me to honestly say it, the machine character Mekazawa, which acts like a regular student in class, much like the pop singer and the gorilla, I thought he was funny, but I didn't like him as much as I think that I was supposed to like him. I thought he was funny, and I like how they made jokes around how everyone thought he was a normal guy when he was obviously a fucking robot. Very funny gags and very funny things. For instance, there's a part where there's a guy sitting on a train, and over the intercom it says, we need a doctor to coach 2. And then 2 minutes later it says, we need a greengrocer to coach 2. And then 2 minutes later, she says over the intercom, we need sumo wrestlers to coach 2. Well, the guy's like, what the fuck's going on in coach 2? So he goes to coach 2, and what does he see? He sees an angry horse, which is being held back by the sumo wrestlers, which is trying to be controlled with a carrot from the greengrocer, and the doctor's trying to hurt a man who's been trampled on the ground. Yes, this is that kind of show. Oh, whoa, what the hell is that? No, get out of here, get this thing out of here! There's really nothing too spectacular about the story of Cromartie High School. In all honesty, it really is just a regular, random comedy anime. I mean, any anime, particularly a random one, is going to have, well, random features. So how do I classify Cromartie High School? Most random animes are also comedy. So how do you profile a random anime? Does the profile say, well, a random anime consists of random things inside the anime? I don't know, but maybe this random rant I'm going on will bring some random thoughts to this random question. Oh, and by the way, the intro is very funny. If you'd like to see two gorillas crash into each other running at full speed, you'll like the show. No, I mean that. It happens. No, I'm serious. Don't fucking zoom the camera in. So in conclusion to Cromartie High School, we have another solid dub from ADV, a good dub on both sides, and a solid TV 14 rating. So respectively for Cromartie High School, an 8 out of 10.